I'm glad you're tuning into the video today to learn more about your brain and to learn more about hand-eye coordination. I'm Brian from Strong Tower Neuro. We talk a lot about the brain, and what I want to talk about specifically is why we do so many hand-eye coordination exercises. So both in our small groups and one-on-one sessions, it's really important that we do hand-eye coordination stuff and make it appropriate skill level wise to the person that we're working with. So tailoring these exercises is super important. Just wanted to touch on that. You can make it more advanced for people that are ready for it, and then we need to regress for people that aren't ready for a certain skill level with these. Benefits of hand-eye coordination, this is why we do it. Balance, you see balance improvement. When we train the eyes, we train the neural networks involved with vision, and with our hands, where our hands are in space, we can see improvements in balance. Hands relate to the feet reflexively, so if you want to stand on the feet or you want to balance on the hands any better, really important that we do hand-eye coordination drills. Cognition, you can see improvements in cognitive skills, focus, attention, again, neural networks that have to do with vision, like smoothly pursuing an object, light up so many different brain areas that cross over functionally with areas involved in cognition. And then pain. Notice with pain, there's an up and a down arrow. So what we're saying here is pain modulation. I'm not saying pain relief, I'm saying pain modulation. That means it can go up, that means it can go down. For the wrong person with too intense of a drill, we could actually see an increase. For the right person with the right exercise, a lot of people respond really well to these, we could see a decrease. Why would we see a decrease here? Visual skill improvement and body awareness improvement. The other thing that these exercises are great for, the reason they're great for pain, balance, cognition, there's an EFOA, which is just acronym for external focus of attention. So when people are in chronic pain, a lot of times they're hyper aware of certain body areas, they're focused on a pain pathway in a certain body area. So an external focus of awareness gets us out of that. We focus on the ball that we're juggling, maybe the ball that we're kicking with our foot if we're doing a eye-foot drill. So these are, again, reasons that pain might go up or down. The eye skills being poor is going to increase our threat levels. The body awareness being poor is going to increase our threat levels. So when we improve these skills, we improve visual skills, peripheral vision, smooth pursuits, seeing close, seeing far. We improve visual skills, we improve body awareness. What happens neurologically, we're decreasing threat. So the brain is a threat assessment organ. It's constantly saying, how dangerous is this? How safe is that? Okay, and if we look at modern neuroscience, the way that pain receptors, they're actually labeled nociceptors in the research. So when we start to look at decreasing threat and nociception, that's usually a good thing for the central mechanisms in terms of pain modulation. So if we want to increase pain, we want to kind of put somebody's system on hyper alert, overload it, and make things threatening. There's going to be a lot more nociception going in, and that's not a pleasant experience, right? So that typically in the health, and if you're talking about physiotherapy, physical therapy, or you're talking about the health and training space, usually we're trying to help people, right? That's why I got into this business in the first place. That's why most people do that are involved in some type of therapeutic approach or they're involved in training and movement. When we lower threat levels, we're lowering nociception going into the brain. So these nociceptors are basically like threat receptors. When we lower nociception, there's less for the brain to deal with centrally, and the brain areas that are anti-nociceptive pathways, basically anti-nociceptive areas of the brain, they have a better chance of appropriately regulating things and making sure that we don't get pain output signals going out to certain body areas. So when we train the eyes, we train the hands, we're also training huge areas of the brain real estate-wise. So if you look up what's called the homunculus, H-O-M-O, N-C-U-L-U-S, homunculus, you'll find how much brain real estate is dedicated to different body areas. You'll see that the cranial system, the face, the hands and the feet are gigantic, and then the arms and the legs are a lot smaller. And that we're talking about the actual brain area, square footage or square inchage of the brain space that's dedicated to these different body parts. So Hands and eyes are huge. Why not train them? Why not improve our visual skills? Why not improve our body awareness? Do something with a good external focus of attention. Makes a lot of sense to me. So the channel has a ton of hand-eye coordination exercise examples. If you subscribe to our channel, go ahead and check out some of the videos. There's a lot of tennis ball drills. There are basketball, tennis ball combination drills, and some ways that you can kind of get creative and have fun with this when you're ready for the appropriate progression. We're also putting out a new short later today. So we're kind of continually updating with new ideas of how you can challenge your hand-eye and even foot coordination. So thanks for subscribing and checking out the video. Talk to you soon.